Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly love reading. What's going on this week for you in terms of love? And that is making you stronger within. You're finding that strength within without having these thick barriers around yourself and comfort zone and holding on to the safety blanket, which was an imprisonment. You're getting comfortable and safe, just completely like being cast off into space, like a astronaut that's the cord's been cut and they're just free floating in space, not knowing where they're going to land exactly, but it's like the mind doesn't know where you're going to land, but your heart and your soul knows that you're just going good places. That's the feeling in your heart, okay? So you're coming out of the terrorized mind, and there may be like different stages to that. And if tower moments happen, you will notice that they will affect you less and less in terms of negative thoughts, intense fears. The fear is not going to absolutely terrorize you anymore. You are learning step by step to just go with it, because in some cases, for some of you, that's all you can do. Just go with it. And it's becoming easier and easier. This is how the universe and your soul family assists you in breaking down the ego, breaking down the fears that kept you imprisoned. You're being forced to face them, and you're finding your feet, so to speak. And yeah, fear is no longer going to seem so real, seem so frightening. Trust in the support of the universe. That's what you are moving into. And you and your person are both on this journey together. I'm noticing the two main bats here, the two badgers, the two deer, okay? You're bringing your life into balance. So that's it's no longer the duality of like the false self, the true self, living sort of like this double life. When you're on your own, you're more of your true self, and when you're out in public, you're the false self. Obviously, that's such a deep ingrained conditioning that it may take like a lifetime to fully dissolve those conditionings. But there's so much more freedom that you're both feeling. That's another thing I'm being called to talk about. When you go through these fears, it's like your mind can get angry, the mind can be in despair, the mind can be like, why is this happening? I don't want this to happen, stop this from happening now, kind of thing. And the mind really panicking and feeling, but that intensity is like it really breaking itself down. But it's strange. It feels strange, but your mind's like can be in a lot of resistance to that, especially initially, and try to be avoidant of those things happening. But as that's happening, as this complete initial like terrorization of the mind, the mind's breaking down, being forced into this higher vibration of, because that's what it is, without this comfort zone, all the crap that has to happen to make you so fearful and have that breakdown. It is the high vibration that you are forced into, that lack of comfort zone. And when you tap into that, when you move out of your mind for a while and you go into your stillness, you go into your light, your soul, your heart space, your stillness, despite all this stuff that's happening that may make your mind feel like you're being limited, you're being restricted, or your resources of any kind of being stripped from you, and it feels like a huge limitation, when you drop into your heart, you will feel the huge expansion that in actuality you are moving into and becoming. So it's, you know, you feel like, oh my God, I was forced to face that huge fear that was stuck in my subconscious. And yeah, my mind may still be terrorized right now and have like post-traumatic stress disorder sort of thing in a way, but on the soul level, you're like, oh my God, look what I moved through, look what I progressed through, look what I have healed and faced, and therefore released so much of that density. And you feel that peace, you feel that expansion, you feel supported more by the divine, because you've come out of the limitation, you've come out of the prison, and you've expanded, you've allowed yourself, or you are forced to, but as you surrender more, you allow yourself, you're like, you sink into the feeling of, oh, I'm actually expanding, and you are immersed more consciously with the divine, and you naturally feel held by that because it's a high vibration, and there's more spirit, there's more consciousness of spirit and soul family, and all those wonderful connections, that unity, as you look beyond what the mind is saying in those moments. So what else is really going on in your divine union? Illumination. Blessings. Gateway. Wonders. Okay, so I was feeling a bit like self-conscious at the start of this reading because I was talking really slow, and it takes me a time to warm up sometimes, and then I'm like, yes, I'm really like getting it and tuning in. So illumination, blessings, gateway, wonders. So yeah, so much of this shadow side is being transformed into light. The light is shone upon the blocks to bring them up out of the subconscious where they are really dense and stuck. When you are going through adversity, it's a really good sign that you are in shifting mode. You are shifting that density, that adversity, and it's a blessing in disguise. It's a gateway for you to pierce through, almost like clouds of illusion, pierce through those and move beyond those, like that rocket rising up. So the advice is, as much as you can, go into your stillness, but even when your mind's racing, sometimes that can serve you, not in terms of it's going to bring you the truth of things, but it's going to, the more you're in fear, the more you're rattled, it's going to shake that free, stir things up, so there's movement, so it can all like dissipate. So you're coming into times of blessings as well. There is some sort of gateway that you've moved through, some sort of illusion recently. I feel or like a dense pocket of something to learn. So if there's been like a hiccup in your connection recently, a misunderstanding or conflict or whatever it has been, it was just a pocket of dense energy. It was just something to be to go through in order to learn from, heal from, release. And everything that happens is different stages, different steps to bring you into more faith overall. The bigger picture is you're coming into more faith, more love, more light, breaking through barriers. I'm not sure how long set cards number 1 is at this time because I paused the video a few times. So, what card shall I look at next? More of these. What's really going on in your connection? Bear. Use power with wisdom. Snake. Live according to your divine essence. Kingfisher, be patient and focused. And Turtle, be joyful and trusting. So the bear, I also see this as strength and protection and really being held. And you're really being held by the divine. This connection is strong. There's a protective quality, like this love that you feel for each other is like protective as well. You're protective of the connection, protective of the other. And again, this is just really saying that you're going from strength to strength, coming into your personal empowerment and all this wisdom. The snake shedding skins, living much more in accordance to your divine essence. Most definitely. And I'm not sure why, but I always link the snake to like psychic abilities. Definitely increasing massively. Kingfisher, be patient and focused. So yeah, during this transition, there is a lot of turbulence. Sometimes you can get caught up in the overactive mind, which creates those fears, and the mind is that impatience, impatiently trying to find answers, solutions, reassurance, a sense of safety, but it's a false sense of safety when it comes from the mind. So there needs to be that patience to sink into the stillness, stay focused in the heart space where your intuition can fall into your awareness like naturally. So again, it's like surrendering into stillness, and the answers, the truth, the light all comes to you naturally, and your path, your life all comes into alignment much more quicker, much more naturally and easily. The mind's like thinking, oh, that's impossible, how's this going to be resolved, how's this going to happen? But you need to get rid of the mind's impulse to do that. You don't need to know how things are going to unfold. You just need to trust the universe and surrender and know that you're supported, and then miraculous things happen, miracles unfold, and everything falls into place. Okay, And the turtle, be joyful and trusting. So this is what you're coming into. You're coming, or some of you recently have come into this energy of being more joyful in the union again, and trusting, and just in general in your life being joyful and trusting. Some of you have really witnessed this, that you're fearful, and when you're really fearful and the mind's chaotic, it can manifest more chaos. And you've learned from experience recently that the more you become focused on stillness and trust and faith and allowing things to unfold, then answers, solutions manifest and come in, and it helps you realize your personal empowerment and how strong your energy is, how much of a powerful manifester you are based on your energy, based on your thought patterns. So you're really, really powerfully learning to trust in the divine, trust in your empowerment, trust that your highest good is unfolding, being in your divine essence, and then things are easing up around you, things are flowing to you that are supposed to come your way. You know, everything's fallen into place and you can relax and be more joyful, okay? Some of you really needed to go through that and may continue to need to go through turbulence and trusting, and then a bit more turbulence and then trusting again. It's really training you to be in the flow state. So I'm going to finish this reading with the Rumi Oracle card. It's going to be a powerful message from Spirit about your connection at this time, the part of the path that you're both on. What do you need to know? What is their advice for you? We have Blood Angel, number 7. Blood Angel. In the midst of darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from darkness and the starburst in the awakening heart of a human beloved. Be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Let us be. The oracle of the blood angel comes to you with a particular message. You're being given the gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. The blood angel understands that in the gift of greater life, which enables the soul to live more of its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase in your sunrises. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been to allow for a new influx of energy. It is not about an exchange of equal measure, for you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night. That might be the darkness of grief, or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in clarity the following morning. Being ready to endure the sunset and the night to become ready to receive the sunrise and with it more life is your divine task now. Why is this coming to you? You are ready for it. You have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. A part of you, your mind perhaps, may question whether or not you really want the change inherent in this oracle, divine gift or not. You may prefer that things remain the same, but what are you really wanting in that belief? Happiness? A sense of safety and security? Love? Remember that in any divine gift, no matter whether it seems to come at first through an obvious bestowal of grace, such as a wish coming true, or a prayer being answered, or through a hidden grace of a loss or ending in our lives, there is always an offering of greater life within it. The blood angel tells you to not make yourself too small for what is happening in your soul and life now by holding on to what you know, or holding on when it is better to let go. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine, in you, in life, and great power and heavenly play can and will flow through your soul into the world. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly into the world around you. This oracle comes with a particular blessing of well-being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well but seek to engage in new projects or practices that will stretch or challenge you. The blood angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand into where life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with the life force and energy so it may be brought to fulfillment. This is the sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges, and yet what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. If you have been struggling with your energy levels or with emotional or psychological challenges, more so than usual perhaps, then you are asked to complete the sacred honoring ritual for the Cloak of the Christ oracle after you have completed the ritual for the blood angel. The reason for this is that your energy, as you are going through growth and opening, can become unstable for a time, more porous or vulnerable than usual. This is nothing to be concerned about, but you will benefit from more spiritual protection during this time. These rituals will assist you in gaining additional spiritual protection. If you need to take any particular action to bring yourself healing and wellness, these rituals will help you become conscious of and ready for that action, simply through life experiences and internal wisdom when the time is right. So here is the sacred honoring ritual. Say, blood angel of unconditional life and divine love, bless me with the life force I need to attain my divine destiny. I open to your grace with perfect trust and perfect love, so be it. Close your eyes and notice your breath. Imagine or intend that you can sense the blood moving in your veins. So much life abounds in your body soul. In your own time, just open your eyes. You have completed your honoring ritual. So I will read the honoring ritual of the Cloak of the Christ as well. Open your arms wide above your head and tip your gaze gently up towards the heavens. If you are inside, imagine or intend that you can gaze beyond the physical structure of the ceiling right into the sky that lies above. Lower your arms to prayer position at your heart and say aloud, if possible, Rumi and Jesus Christ, who love me without condition, offer me the cloak of the Christ, the mantle of divine protection now, that I may receive the karmic grace and healing I need through the power and mercy of your presence. Thank you. Sit quietly and imagine you are surrounded by a dark, comforting cloak. You can easily breathe through it. You can easily see light within it or filtering through it if needs be, or you may feel comfortable in the darkness. Let it be whatever is most relaxing and soothing for you. You may even imagine it to be the night sky, dappled with stars wrapping around you. Close your eyes and relax now, for as long as feels good. That may be for a minute, for 15 or 20 minutes or longer. Just be with what feels appropriate and best for you at this time. When you feel you are ready to arise from your rest, simply place your hands at your heart and say thank you. You may notice strong energetic sensations or emotions during this process or in the day following. You may notice repetitive thought patterns that you need to confront and challenge with more loving thoughts. You may have significant dreams in the evening following also. It may be very subtle for you, so much so that you wonder if anything has happened, and if it has worked. It has. The effect will be demonstrated at the right time. Trust. So I really hope this reading has resonated really deeply with you. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care.